Hello, this is Craig LeBlanc, the doorman, founder of the Daily Parks and Rec Show. We are still giving another update for the progress we're making on the channel. We have a lot of great stuff coming up. I've got Miss Terry Wilkinson coming on the show, most likely later this week, as soon as we can get it scheduled. She is the executive director of the Kentucky Parks and Rec Association. They have a convention coming up next month. I've actually got a few that I'll be attending. I'll be attending the Tennessee one, the one in Louisiana, and the one in Kentucky for sure next week. So we will be bringing the Daily Parks and Rec Show on the road. I also have an exciting meeting coming up with LSU School of Journalism. The broadcast journalism department wants to help me build this by allowing the interns to come on and help me create the show. So if you know any other college students at LSU that are in broadcast journalism, this opportunity will be opening up to y'all. I'd also like to get more youth and college students involved that are interested in creating content of any sort, but the one that we're going to practice on is here building a community and a TV channel essentially for the Parks and Rec community. So if building a YouTube channel, a community online, basically that's creating content interests you, reach out to me on X in the DMs and we'll get you plugged in. Also, if you read the ticker on the bottom I just created, I'm asking all Parks and Recreation executive directors of their state association to reach out to me. I'm going to have 3 of y'all on the show this month for sure, but I would like to highlight the work y'all are doing. I know a lot of Parks and Rec professionals need to get their continuing education credit, and a lot of this is done at the national level, which is coming up, I believe, this week in Georgia, in Atlanta. So if you're attending that, you'll have a great time this week. However, a lot of you are not able to attend, and a lot of you are not able to send everyone in your department. This is where the state associations come in. They offer a lot of these continuing education credits at the local state association, and this is important to make sure that you're up to date on all the latest and greatest of Parks and Recreation, whether it's in aquatics, sports tourism, safety, on-site shooter, all the good stuff that they cover in continuing education. So we will be covering a lot of that type of content with Terry Williamson with Kentucky. And I'm sure a lot of the other state associations have similar programs where they offer, they'll be offering continuing education for everyone in your parks department. Now, I've also been asked to create content for the superintendent park maintenance side. So what I'm going to eventually do is we're going to have a day of the week, I haven't picked it yet, dedicated just to park maintenance, whether it's field maintenance, and I'm going to reach out to a lot of my contacts in the vendor sphere that can share with you how to maintain the grass, how to maintain the fences, how to maintain your LED lights, how to maintain irrigation, all the things that have to do with park maintenance, whether it's maintaining bathrooms, playgrounds, you name it. I'm going to just start reaching out to people. So if you know a professional that you've seen either at your association or maybe has come advised your park department, or maybe that you've met at the National Association, please help me get in touch with them. And I'd like them to come onto the show, share their knowledge and wisdom with the whole Parks and Rec community. And we'll create somewhat of a library of videos for Parks and Recreation dedicated just to park maintenance. We may end up doing that 1 or 2 days. Now, similarly, we're going to have a show dedicated just to directors. So if you are a director, if you're new to being a director, or if you're a veteran being a director, we want to create content for y'all. The veterans, we'd love for y'all to come on. If you're retired from Parks and Recreation after 20, 30 years of doing that, please consider coming onto the show and share your journey, what you learned through your entire career. And this will serve again as a library to help new Parks and Recreation directors looking for resources, looking for encouragement, looking for ideas from people that have done this for their entire life and want to give back to the community. And so what we'll do is we'll have a show 5 days a week, 5 different types of shows So as I said before, we'll have one focus on directors. We'll have one focus on superintendents, park maintenance kind of stuff. We'll have one focused on associations. And then I'm going to leave a few days open for other ideas that we have since we're just kind of getting started. And again, we're going to have the LSU Broadcast Journalism, LSU School of College of Journalism, which is actually from where I'm sitting right now, 3 blocks away is LSU campus. And just a few buildings in, you're sitting at the School of Journalism. So I think it's going to be a really good relationship that we'll be able to build with them. They'll help us build the channel. They'll help us build our community. They'll bring a lot of their skills and expertise, and at the same time, get the very much needed practice if they want to get into journalism. So I'm really excited about that. The last show I created, the Bitcoin Daily Show, we did this just with fellow Bitcoiners, bringing on a show host. But in this case, I'm actually going to bring kids that are really interested in doing journalism and broadcast journalism as a profession. So I think we're going to have some good stuff there. All right. So if you're new to this channel, we've got a YouTube channel. We have the Parks and Rec Done Right is something I created back in the pandemic. And so we've got 4,800 members there, lots of great people, lots of great activity going there. If you have a job opening, if you have any questions, go onto the Parks and Rec Done Right, which is, I'm rebranding that the Parks and Rec Daily Show. So sorry for the confusion. It's the progress we're making. I see people all the time asking questions about how to get grants, how to handle 5K races, how to people hiring for positions. It's just a community serving itself. And so if you have any questions at all, throw them up there. There's a wealth of knowledge. There's a wealth of people on there. And that is a very active Facebook group. I'll also be growing, again, the YouTube channel so that I can create somewhat of a library for you. And then, of course, everyone knows I love X. And we do a lot of this. We're streaming live on X right now. We're streaming live on my personal Facebook, on my LinkedIn. And eventually we're going to build the other Facebook groups and other stuff. I will be editing a little bit of this, but for now, I'm just going to be going live so we can get the ball rolling, and then eventually we will improve. Okay, so on the we will improve part, I do need y'all's help. Please, any suggestions you have. And when I say any suggestions, if my lighting is a little off, if my voice is a little choppy, if you hear an echo, or if you have an idea for a show, you have someone you'd like to get onto the show, all suggestions are welcomed. There's no egos here. Please just help us make a great show for the community. And we'll just promise to have our ears open and open to suggestions and make those 1% incremental improvements every show. Again, our goal is to have a daily show here, live on X, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and live on LinkedIn, and then to create the Parks and Rec, the daily Parks and Rec show, producing content for the community. All right, so that's going to be all we're going to, it's just a short update for today. I may do another update later on in the day, and then I'm going to do this again tomorrow. We're going to try to keep it somewhat of a morning show for the United States, because this caters to Parks and Recreation in the United States. But I know we have 4 time zones here. My last show was an 8 to 10, but it was 8 to 10 Eastern, 7 to 9, where I'm at standard. But then the Pacific guys were still sleeping for most of the show. So I think I'm going to push it a little bit later in the day, kind of like we are now, so that the guys in California, it's not crazy early for them and they can still attend the live show. Eventually I will have this to where we can have it on X, where we can have audience participation and we can run it on Spaces simultaneously. I know it can be done because a buddy of mine does it, but he hasn't shown me how to do it yet. And in that case, we'll have 10 speakers that can come on stage and ask questions to any director or any superintendent or any executive director of an association. And we can have a lot better live audience participation. I'm not sure if many of you may have not participated in X Spaces, but I pretty much lived in that world for 300 straight days, producing 2 hours of content every day without missing one day. And we had a blast doing it. And I really enjoyed getting to know the audience. We became a part of people's just daily coffee routine. And I think we can do something special like that for the Parks and Rec community. So that's more of a technical thing that I have to figure out. I'm currently using my tech stack. Let me explain that a little for those of you that may be looking to do something similar for your Parks and Rec or for your association. I will be happy to plow a trail through it all and tell y'all what I'm doing along the way. That way we can kind of demystify all this stuff. Currently, my tech stack is StreamYard. So I use StreamYard. I should probably put some kind of link because I think they'll give us some type of little referral, give us a little income for the show. But I guess until I do that, just go ahead and look up StreamYard. What StreamYard does is you see the little banner and the Craig LeBlanc doorman right there, founder of it kind of does all that for you. It also helps me put the logo up top. I did that with Canva. So for those of you that are familiar if you're in graphics, Canva is a great place to design your logo or any kind of banner or anything like that. Makes it real simple. But back to StreamYard, I'm able to record this live and then it pumps it out to X. It pumps it out to Facebook, YouTube, Nostr, any of the other platforms, which there are so many platforms that our community is spread out across, and you'd be shocked at how many people will not cross a platform. They love X, they're staying on X, they're not going to Facebook, or they love Facebook groups, and they're not going to X. And so as content creators, you really need a software like this to pump your live content across all platforms. And that's kind of what StreamYard does. I think it's like $50 a month or something like that. So if you are in content creation for your Parks and Rec community, you're in charge of marketing, that kind of stuff, get with me. Let's kind of build it together. This is the second time I've built a show like this. We did really good on the Bitcoin Daily show, but this is a much more niche market. It's just Parks and Recreation, which is only, if I had to guess, 300,000-400,000 people nationwide are in Parks and Recreation. Employed totally for every municipal department. We also have, and this is getting back to the different days, I'm working a lot more with street departments because Parks and Rec departments have encouraged me to kind of go more out into the city, other city departments. So we may have a day for them because I know sometimes your street departments will help you a lot, especially with ball fields and stuff. They have the manpower, the electricians, the labor, that kind of stuff. So I have a few of those as friends. And of course, me being a master electrician in a former life, I love talking shop with those guys. And I think that might be helpful for some of the field maintenance people that are in charge of repairing lights and ball fields and stuff like that. So that's something I can at least add that value to the community. And let's see, lastly, I think I told you all about, or I'll just close with this. Associations, please come on and promote your state association. I know we've got a lot of stuff coming on. This is a place where you can come on and tell us the value of your state association. Why is it valuable? Why do your cities need to attend your local state convention? And for those of you new to Parks and Rec, just to kind of lay out the land here, and a lot of Parks and Rec people are old hat at this, but a Parks and Recreation is your city has parks, right? And we have someone in charge of it called a director, and he or she has a whole staff of people that help maintain, cut the grass, the fields, the sports lighting, the aquatic center, run it just like any other city department. And a lot of times they're running the graveyards. They're running literally the graveyards is what they inherit. You'd be shocked at the kind of things they inherit. Hold on, let me make sure my computer doesn't crash on me. Yep. Okay. I got 10%. They also will run a farmer's market. They'll run a 5K race. You'd be shocked at how hard and how varying the parks departments are in what they do. They'll run zoos. I have a lot of cities that the parks department runs the entire zoo. They run the golf course. They run it all. And so this is usually funded by property tax. And they're the stewards of this money, and they just spend that tax money to keep the city beautiful, the parks beautiful, and to maintain the whole park system. And this could be like park benches, walkways, lakes, stuff like that. And so if you're interested in working for this, there are college degrees and stuff for this. So for those of you young people that might be listening to this, maybe look into it. This is a very It's a government job. It's local, so you stay local in your city. If you're interested in keeping your city beautiful, maintaining, or maybe if you were an athlete and you want to help run sports tourism. A lot of my parks and rec departments have huge baseball and soccer facilities that run sports tourism and tournament and stuff. And it's a huge economic driver for your city. So for those of you not in Parks and Recreation, you may want to consider this as a potential career path. I find a lot of people find it very fulfilling to help work in the local city. Plus, they have great benefits. So, good little government position that you can help give back to the community. So, every state has an association that meets at least once a year where they all get together and they do continuing education for each of these different departments inside the Parks and Recreation Department. It's very important to attend these. And so I don't want to, I've never been an executive director. I have many as close friends of mine. And Terry's going to come on and tell us all you ever wanted to know about the state associations, and I have many of those. We're gonna have a whole day dedicated to those. So if you are or you know someone that is an executive director for your local state association, please have them reach out to me. I'm going to start reaching out to some that I know, but I don't know all of them. There's 50 states and there's 50 directors, and these are awesome people. Like many of them were Park and Rec directors of a city for many years before they ever got into the executive director position. But they're really doing some good work keeping our whole community of Parks and Recreation educated and up to speed on the latest of Parks and Recreation. So, all right. So I am signing off. Again, I am Craig LeBlanc, the doorman, founder of the Daily Parks and Rec Show. Please, okay, I have one favor to ask. Anyone listening, please go like our YouTube channel. I just created it. I cannot go live till I get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to start texting. I've got well over 1,000 contacts. But if you're listening to this now, find us. You may have to work to find us. I think let's see, I'll just spell it out for us. The channel is called The Daily Parks and Rec. And then it's got some numbers after it. I'll put it as a banner next time. But if you just type the @ the Daily Parks and Rec -Q8I, I think is what it is. I'll paste it on the next video. So, but for those of you that can go find it, please subscribe to the channel. I've only got 3 subscribers because I created it yesterday. So we'll get it up above 1,000 here shortly. But the faster we can get that done, the more we can have live content going out on YouTube. But until you get to 1,000, you just can't do that. We are going live right now on X, on my Facebook, on LinkedIn, and then I'm going to dump this video on the Parks and Rec Done Right group, which is now rebranded the Daily Parks and Rec. All right. So y'all have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome week. It's already Tuesday. Sorry, I'm already on Friday. Y'all have an awesome Tuesday. I will see y'all here again tomorrow, and let me know what I can do for y'all. In the meantime, hit me up in the DMs. Thanks a lot, guys.